Tampa last season. Didn't feel like his value was where Nashville thought it was. But, there is a sense that there was more money out there that he's certainly left on the table.
Yeah, but he wanted to be in Toronto, and they need him. You can say all you want. They need him, and he's going to be an important guy. I mean, is he going to be the 2, 3? He's going to probably be their number 2 guy still, and so it's a good signing. He left money on the table, obviously, to stay in Toronto as a hometown discount, which you guys alluded to. So I think it's a fair deal. I think it's a good deal for them. And you can't miss a 30-goal scorer, guys. They've already lost Marner in all likelihood, so they had to get Tavares done. Compare him to the other centers that are available out there.
There aren't any.
Yeah.
That's right. So I think it's a good signing by Brad. I really do.
Doug, what do you make of all the player movement right now? A lot of bigger names are moving, teams being fairly aggressive, trying to get their people.
Yeah, they've got to be aggressive because of cap situations. And you see, Dallas, they're going to be active. A lot of teams are trying to move money because they want to free up. They want to sign some people on July 1. So it doesn't surprise me in the least.
Mac, we've seen a couple of trades already. Paterka was one that we anticipated. He was not happy in Buffalo. He's not ready to make a long-term commitment, including a 5-year deal that he ultimately got out of Utah. But what are you hearing on the Buffalo front? And ultimately, was this wise of Kevin Adams?
I mean, they've got to fix this problem. I mean, I was in Columbus for a number of years. Nobody ever asked for a trade. And that was a new franchise in Columbus. Nobody ever asked for a trade. And you see this, just look at the list of guys they've had to trade in the last couple of years. It's frightening. And I mean, look, I think I like the defenseman. But this, Paterka has a chance to be an unbelievable talent. And he got big money, no denying that. But I don't get what the problem is, why they don't want to be there. Winning is one thing, I get that, but there's more to it than just losing.
What are your thoughts on the Dobson trade? The Islanders pretty interested, it seems like, in trying to get back into the draft for Hagens, sorry. But they lose Dobson here, $9.5 million to Montreal. What are your thoughts on that trade?
I like it for Montreal. I think, for whatever reason, he didn't seem to be appreciated on the island.
Right.
You know what? I know there's some warts to his game. I get all that, but he puts up. He's capable of being a 70-point guy. We've seen that. I think Montreal is a real nice fit for him. I don't know why they were so. I've listened to this for 2 years that they weren't happy with him. I know. He doesn't play the physical game. He's got to be tougher in front of his own net. He's a quality kid. He's a PEI kid. He's a Summerside kid. Quality, great family. I like it for Dobson because I think he needed a change.
It costs Montreal Heineman and 2 first-rounders, Mac, and the 2 first-rounders are significant, but there is a sense that there's a drop-off at maybe 10 or 11 when it comes to teams clamoring, I think, to get into that top 10. And at 16 and 17, as a general manager, how difficult would it be to give up those picks? And do you recall always at your draft table where you just hit a hard line on where the talent drops?
Yeah, everybody knows where the talent drops, and it's in every draft. It could be, it could be as high as 3. I remember a draft where, Cam Barker went 3rd overall, and it was a major drop-off after, Malkin and Ovechkin. Ovechkin, Malkin, and Cam Barker went number 3. So, it drops off early in some stages, and typically you get to the mid numbers. And I think often back to when Getzlaf and Perry went late first round. We were praying we were going to get Perry in the second round because we had the second pick in the second round. And he goes, 25 to Anaheim. Getzlaf was a late first round pick that people liked him, but mean, nobody saw the two of them becoming Hall of Famers, I'll tell you that. So there's drop-offs every year, and it varies. But, and you don't know. I mean, you get guys, I had a couple of seventh-round picks that played 900 games in the NHL. Chris. So it's all over the map each year.
So tonight is the theme of your book, Draft Day, is it not? Do you feel a special affiliation to this event tonight?
You selling copies?
I feel so special about it that I probably won't even watch it. I'm in LA here, and I've got to tell you, it's so weird here.
So sorry, are you there for something totally independent of the draft?
I was speaking at a conference, a sports management conference, so I'm speaking at it. So, but it just doesn't feel like the draft. I think it was a monumental mistake. I think they regret it. Obviously, it's going to go back. We knew the GMs wanted this, and I think they're going to be disappointed. And I know they are here in LA. I mean, it just is not the energy that typically is around the draft is not here.
Mac, part of the news coming in, and it's been fast and furious the last 24 hours, is an agreement on a new CBA that runs 4 years here. Contracts somewhat shorter at 6 and 7 years now. Yep. And, various of other smaller details coming in now as well. But how important is labor piece here for the league, the players, and maybe a few sponsors out there? Certainly, a new television agreement as well here at Sportsnet.
Look, I remember, and you do as well as I do, how bitter it was. In the Good Now era. It was really tough sledding. I saw Ron Hainsey this morning, congratulated him on the deal. And I think it's really important. And I think the players have got a good thing going. I know there's a few little things in the end that were, sticking points, but pretty minor in the whole scheme of things. I like it. I think it's good to have it out of the way. I think Marty Walsh, I haven't seen the details of it, but I think Marty and Ron Hainsey are to be commended, to get this done this fast.
It is crazy. It feels like everything has been pretty amicable since Walsh has come in. And I'm impressed at the speed that they're getting this done, that they just kind of wrapped it up. 84 games and a playoff cap stand out to me, Doug. These seem like two different things. Playoff cap we totally needed. 84 games,
Seriously, is that painful or what? I mean,
like we've said, if there were 70 games, the quality would probably be better.
We've been calling for a shorter.
Yes, I know.
Like, where did this come from? I mean, obviously teams need some more revenue, but I mean, your season ticket holders are getting hammered now.